Oh. No. Basically, I wanted to make a video on, well, what is life upon historical moments of defining moments? Be that a sandwich, be that life. Okay, well, you know the whole sandwich, poor boy sandwich? To me, well, you have this whole historicalness of it, and it was developed in the depressional age. And so, like, their metallized kind of thinking is we're poor and we need to eat. Oh, well, that's just a very simple sandwich. The name, did they have really a lot of energy to go ahead and name things in a positive manner when all of that stuff was going on and they were taking the time to make themselves better and be able and to move forward? So, like, there's that sandwich and it's called poor boy. Yet, well, some don't really retrospect the past through a sandwich or anything. They just kind of, oh, it's a sandwich. Okay. Well, there are some where it's you are what you eat, right? I mean, potentially. So, are you really wanting to eat something poor, something cheap, something quality that leaves you to be in desire of it, of something more? And then there's a whole factor of control. Like, subconsciously, those that control you are keeping you in the mindset of poor boy, of the depression, of what it kind of is. And yet, simply, it can just be a sandwich and food. Sure, yeah. That's what the meaning you be put into it and where you're coming from and where you're going. Yet, when you really look at the bigger picture, wouldn't you rather eat something better, like a better boy? Because that's what I think. I think those sandwiches should be revamped and re-upgraded, da 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 da, to the point of, to me, those people that, sure, scraping by, oh, they didn't really scrape by, or they might have, and yet they still made it. By them scraping by, they made it. They bettered themselves because they wanted something and they went for it. And well, so here we are. And that was hard work, sure. Yet everything can be hard work, or at least just work, or yeah. Overall, though, I believe that whole poor boy sandwich thing is just a ridiculousness upon itself. Because I want to eat something that's better, that's has worth to it and valor. This whole, by certain people or whoever produces a sandwich or brings or creates a sandwich and they call it a poor boy, they're missing the bigger picture in a sense. That they have the opportunity to give somebody the ability to know how to fish or to, like, break up the monotony and to get you to be a little bit more, oh, there is something more out there. There is always something better. There is always something more out there. And by it being called a better boy, you know, like I was saying, they not necessarily scraped anything together. They just used what they had and they accepted it. And sure, A name can be for conversational speak, and yet a name can be a trigger to set somebody off in the same sense. So I think all of those individuals that make poor boys, some of them are just doing it for relatability, to just sell stuff. And to me, that's just meeting. You're not actually doing better. You're not actually doing worse. You're just there. You're like, oh, okay. So let me just sell the stuff. You know, if we all took the time to better ourselves and to better the things and to want to do that, to want to be willing to go ahead and just do something because you can, and that's your reward for it. That's what you get out of it. And then you go off and have a meal because, you already did what you did, and that was a reward, and your body needs to eat, and that's what food is. So, yet, when it just comes down to somebody making money, that they're not meeting, they're doing worse. They're just existing because somebody else said, this is the way that we should exist here. And it's like, are you going to keep telling yourself that story of disempowerment and the means of who are you? If you're living somebody else's existence of how they perceive the world, and you're following the words of their story, and then when you fall into or enact those words, they could harass you, and so really it's you got to find your own meaning. Yet really this video or is just really the point of the being of a poor boy to a better boy. That sounds so much more comfortable and just grace upon grandeur, to eat a better boy than a poor boy. Think about it. So the next time you eat a poor boy, are you really eating a poor boy, or are you eating a better boy? Because this food is forwarding you, and you might have scraped together money or whatever it is, yet you're still fighting, and you're still forwarding yourself, and you're still able to love yourself on all measures of all means, within that of taking steps to take the time to love yourself and to eat. Yeah,